Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we are going to check fresh release from ICM. This time this plastic is molded in 1/35 scale, and as you can see it copies standard B Liberty Series 2. It's a World War I US Army truck, and now you have a chance to copy it in 1/35 scale. So this is a commercial sample. It means you will get exactly the same kit from any good model shop. I would recommend to check the Modelimex for this. And now we are going to open it and take a look inside. So as you can see here we have this nice box art. Here you can see comparison with my hand. It's not that big box, even though here we have some information about the kit, and it's written that there are 236 parts inside, and finished vehicle or truck will have length equal to 195 millimeters. And here we have short history note, by the way. From the other side we have marking guide for the same marking option which we can see on the box art. Here again I will show it to you. And the box structure is typical for ICM, so we have this part printed on the thin paper. It is color printed. As you can see it is quite flexible, so I will throw it away. And here we have sturdy white cardboard box which should protect everything what is hidden inside. So all sprues are packed into the same plastic bag, but as you can see there is plenty of space inside, so I think everything should arrive to you intact without any serious damage. So as I said, all frames are packed into the same plastic bag. We have also assembly manual, and I can guess that the decal sheet is also hidden there. So we put this box aside because we won't need it for now. And now we are going to open this plastic bag. This is a resealable plastic bag, so you can use it later in order to store the sprues which you are not using for assembly at the moment, let's say. And note that clear sprue is packed into the separate plastic bag, and we will start with it. So why it is packed separately? It is done in order to avoid possible scratches. So just give me a second. And here is what we have on this clear sprue. So obviously here we have various lenses for headlamps and tail lights. As you can see, molding quality is really nice. But masks are not included here, so be ready to mask those with your own hands. Or maybe some aftermarket set will come out. But I don't know about any existing at the moment. So here we have first gray plastic sprue. As you can see here we have parts for the rear section. Now those copy this tent area. So as you can see we have this nice replication of the fabric surface. Note that one attachment point is slightly broken off, and I wouldn't say that it's really good. And as you can see they are not protected by anything, so you will have to cope with this, maybe fix it somehow. But otherwise molding quality seems to be fine. We don't have any wooden texture as far as you can see. I can zoom in so that you can see it with your own eyes. So let's refocus. So those are plain panels. And if you would like to have a more or less wooden look, I would say use some weathering techniques in order to get more realistic appearance, I would say more convincing appearance. So this is the first gray plastic sprue. Next we have another one. This one is dedicated to suspension parts and wheels. So here you can see that wheels should be assembled out of several parts. We have also some guiding elements here, surprisingly. Here we have separately molded leaf springs here as well. Steering wheel, some parts for the engine. Even though I don't see the engine parts, I guess engine will be on the next sprue. So let's flip it over. Here you can see wheels from the other side. Okay. Next we have another plastic sprue which carries parts for the rear section. Here you can see we have frames which will be used if you would like to replicate the open rear section. Here they are. Be careful with them because it will be a bit tricky to separate them without breaking them, and maybe professionals might want to replicate those with metal wire. It will be up to you how you would like to copy these parts on your truck, but molding quality seems to be fine, so I don't see any issues here. Next we have another plastic sprue with wheels. Surprisingly we have more of those, and again those will have to be glued out of several parts. And again, molding quality seems to be okay. So let's move on. And last but not the least is this gray plastic sprue. Here we have parts for the main chassis. So let's zoom out. Here you can see these two large bars which are pre-molded with leaf springs. Also we have parts for the engine. Here you can see two halves. They will have to be assembled with those elements. Also with some parts we saw on the previous sprue. And it will be quite a huge engine, to be honest. Here we have some suspension parts as well. Drivetrain, radiators here. And also here you can see the bonnet parts. I guess they might be positioned open if you would like to. So let's zoom in on those engine parts so that you can see them closer. As you can see, detailing looks really nice. Even out of the box it should look good. And here inside we can see some guiding elements, guiding pins, which will help you with right alignment of those parts together. Overall, it should be easy to assemble the drivetrain, but it might require some fine detailing. I guess professionals won't be satisfied with what they will get out of the box, so they will add wiring, for example, or something else. Next, we have assembly manual. Here it is, and I guess, yes, here we have decal sheet with all necessary symbols. As far as you can see, printing quality is slightly different from what we are used to see in ICM kits. As you can see, it's slightly glossy, and there is no mention where it was printed, but it looks quite fine, and I think it will be easy to apply these symbols on your truck. As for assembly manual, it is printed in typical ICM styling, I would say. We have short history note in Russian and English, technical specifications, safety advices, paints chart, and that's pretty much all. So let's move to the first page. Here you can see parts map. Note that those views won't be used, so you can use them for your next build project, but all other parts will be used. Here we have another parts map, and assembly process starts with chassis. Then we continue with radiator. We install various bars. Again, we install suspension parts. Here we install the drivetrain with, those are brakes as far as I can guess. Various leaf springs. Here we install the drivetrain. As you can see, it will be connected with rear axle. Here we continue with wheels. And as I said before, wheels should be glued out of several parts, especially the rear one. So do not forget to use all the parts. Here you can see assembly process for the engine. As I said, if you would like to have even better detailing, add some wiring and it will look even better. Here you can see installation of the exhaust. This is a drivetrain lever, transmission box. Then here we continue with front cap. As you remember, this truck had an open cap, so that's why it doesn't have the roof. Here we install the bonnet panels. And note that manufacturer suggests to assemble it in the closed position, but it will be up to you if you would like to open it on your truck. With some simple modifications or adjustments, you will be able to get it on your truck. Here we start working on the rear section. We assemble everything out of separate panels. Note that a lot of parts will have to be combined. That's really surprising for such simple thing. And here we continue with fine detailing of the front cap, because there will be a lot of handles and other extra stuff. Then we continue with this fabric roof. And next we have assembly options. So as I said, you can assemble the version with open rear section. As you can see, you will have those frames exposed, or you can assemble it with closed rear section where you have this tent over the rear space. So it will be up to you which one you choose, but it's really cool to have this option out of the box, and you will be able to get it without any scratch building. And here you can see marking guide, which is provided for two marking options. So this one comes for US Army 1918, and this one comes from US Army 1st Infantry Division 1918 as well. So it will be up to you which one you choose, but the main color stays the same, so it's up to you which one will be copied in 135 scale. Overall kit seems to be nicely detailed. Of course, professionals will get even better detailing out of the box, with some really small additions, I would say, and scratch building as well. And of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about this kit here in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also support us by pressing the donate button on our website. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Bye.